what's your best guess right now? First blush, ink still drying, T's being crossed, I's dotted on this deal with Fox Sports for Brady. What's your best guess when that 10-year deal starts? After this year, another one? What do you think?
I would say after this year. I mean, look, I'm not even – this is not me trying to break news or anything like that, but logic prevails in this situation. And I know a lot of people like to joke, he'll play forever, and there's no reason to believe him anytime he says anything about retiring now. But I do think another thing we've talked about, Rich, is, look, he never liked the idea of a farewell tour, and I think that ultimately was part of the reason he decided to retire in January when he did, because it was like, I just want this to be done, and I want it to be clean and easy and over. And I think once he stepped back, he realized, wow, that's a bit misplaced thinking. Like, I need to do this exactly how I want to. So if I had to guess, I'd say he plays another year, and then he goes and does this. And it makes a lot more sense now that he does have a vision for what he's going to do after. Because ultimately, I know it's tough for all of us to realize, but Tom Brady is a human. And as such, it's not easy to have a 20-year legendary career and think about what comes after. Whether it's him dabbling in acting, or whether it's his religion of sports or Shadowline production companies, all these different things that have piqued his interest, they all sound fun, but they're also very difficult projects to go after. Now this is something that keeps him in football, it pays him handsomely, and it allows him to continue to do a lot of those sort of pet projects and not necessarily have to just rely on them entirely for his pleasure away from the game.
Yeah, I guess that's the ultimate question, Jeff Darlington of ESPN here on the Rich Eisen Show. When you think about it, is the line of when he's retired. He will join us when he's retired. If that is just the fig leaf required to give Brady the farewell season without the farewell tour that I totally understand would leave him chafing at that whole concept, or that truly is something that Brady wants as an option, that if this year doesn't go the way he wants, or he does want to go to Miami. Let's just throw it out there, right? I mean, because that was the spot where he was thinking about. It appears now that this has all been discussed, maybe that he wants that out, right? Like, but you think that's not it?
I don't know. I don't think it's as maybe trivial or Machiavellian is not the right strategic, I guess. I really don't think that it is that strategic. I think this was truly this offseason. If you were talking in January, yes, the most likely thing that was going to come after his playing career was going to be ownership role, and perhaps even more so like getting involved within the organizational decisions. And most likely that would have been with the Dolphins. But again, we didn't see what was coming with the windfall of money within the broadcast industry. So that's where I'm saying things change. And I don't think that this is like, maybe I'll still go do the Dolphins. I mean, I think that this is, this is right up front money. This doesn't require an investment. This is me making more over the next 10 years than I made in 20 years as a player. That to me is not nearly as hard of a decision as maybe his post-career ambitions were 4 months ago.
Yeah, I guess he made only $37.5 million in a single season once, and that was last year, right? That's about it.
His career earnings were like $330 million, which is awesome.
Yes.
But I mean, this is more than that. It's mind-boggling. And literally, it is as incomprehensible as it is today. It would have been completely unfathomable 6 months ago if you said that Tom Brady was going to sign a 10-year deal that was going to pay him $37 million a year to broadcast games. That doesn't compute with what, for instance, Tony Romo was getting. So things changed for all of us, and it changed for Tom Brady as well.
Well, I mean, it's also Jeff Darlington. Apparently, he's an ambassador or something like that. They're gonna
for Fox. I think if someone pays you that much money, you're just whatever the hell they ask.
Yeah,
right?
Just like go shake that guy's hand, go shake that lady's hand, who's a major sponsor. I guess that's what it is. I don't.
I was in Augusta and at the Masters, and I was over at that Berkman's Lounge, and Peyton Manning was standing out there shaking hands with the patrons. And I asked somebody, I said, "What's he doing over there?" He said, "Well, all the Masters, all the Augusta members, they have to work, and he's a greeter." Can you imagine that? Like Peyton Manning getting assigned that role?
Are you serious? He was a greeter as a member of Augusta National. They all work. They all get put to work. Is that right?
The members get put to work, and his role was to be a greeter. So sometimes,
greeting who? The patrons walking in the door.
Patrons. It was like Disney World, like when your kid goes up to Mickey Mouse. It's Peyton Manning.
Well, except those kids are allowed to photograph. That doesn't happen at Augusta National.
No, you can't have your camera.
I didn't know that about Peyton.
Breaching some unwritten rule, but it was in the public. It was in the.
You saw it. You report what you see, Jeff. That's what you're. That's why you're a professional.
It was 25 people just waiting in line to shake his hand.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.